Speaking of stupid and psychotic, if you recall, this week, JD, we've been talking about this woman. I believe it was like Lake Mead and Rampart, that area, which by the way, I used to live right around that area. It's a very nice, quiet community.
Extremely nice area.
I used to play golf there all the time. I used to live around there. It's actually, 10, 15 minutes from here. It's not that far.
My daughter's pediatrician is right there on that corner.
It's not that far from here.
Yeah.
So this woman was going over 120 miles an hour, drunk, with her 1-year-old in the back seat. The 1-year-old went through the windshield and died. It is awful. And then we heard rumors that apparently she was trying to beat her, I don't know if it was husband or boyfriend, but the father of the child home that day. Now, I didn't know that this father was also speeding. Well, it appears now as though he's in just as much trouble as her. Now, he might have not been drunk, I would like to know, but he was speeding with her, and now police have arrested him. His name is Cameron Hubbard Jones. He's the 23-year-old father of this 1-year-old boy that was killed in this suspected DUI crash in the West Valley on Sunday. Hold on one second. Around 7:15 p.m. This happened on July 12th. This 23-year-old Lauren Persia, she was going over 120 miles an hour. The boy died on the scene. And according to Persia and Hubbard Jones, they had been following each other in 2 separate vehicles, and they were on the phone, and he claims he told her to slow down. By the way, I don't believe that. Previously, Hubbard told officers, as well as news outlets, that he had been trying to get her to slow down. But however, new video evidence and witness statements are showing that both vehicles were traveling at speeds in excess of 100 miles an hour.
So
this scumbag.
They were basically racing to get home.
Correct.
And if you recall, we had a caller that called in and said that his daughter dated this woman,
right,
and mentioned how the boyfriend was a problem. He mentioned that specifically. So this based, I wonder if there's text messages confirming, "Hey, I'll beat you home. Hey, I'll race you home."
It's possible.
I wonder if there's some corroborating evidence beyond the video.
But they might not even need that. And here's why: they have the video.
Well, and he lied.
Yeah, and he lied to officers. Yeah, he claimed he was going 60 miles an hour, and he claimed she was going 80. That's not even close to the truth. And now what do we have? We're not talking about these 2 scumbags that lost their life. We're talking about an innocent 1-year-old child. So Hubbard Jones is being charged for reckless driving involving the death of a juvenile, which is a very serious crime. You could go to jail for a while for that.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have a criminal record. That's obviously going to play a role. There's a lot of things that are going to go into this.
I'm guessing that the boyfriend does.
Well, here's my question to you and to the listeners, and I'll open up the phone lines here on this one. What do you think should happen to this mother? How many years do you think she should go away? And now, if you're a father in this situation, this father of this 1-year-old who was racing the mother to get home, knowingly, he had to know that his 1-year-old son was in the back seat, right? He had to know. What do you think should happen to this father? Now, if you ask me, I think the father should be held accountable same as the mother. That's what I think.
See, that's not going to take place. He'll get a significant, he'll get a lower sentence because he didn't technically kill.
He will get a lower sentence.
He will. Which is the law, which is the way it should be. Well, I think that's the way it should be under the circumstances.
The fact that he was going over 100 miles an hour, I don't know.
The mother didn't have to compete with him.
Well, let me open up the phone lines. What do you guys think? Do you think the father should be held accountable to the same as the mother? I say yes. The number to call is 702-257-5396. Again, if you want to be a part of this conversation, give us a buzz. Phone line's open at 257-5396. We're talking about this couple. They were racing each other to get home. The mother was clearly intoxicated, kills her 1-year-old, and the father lies to police. It appears as though the father was racing with the mother, both going over 100 miles an hour. He was certainly going over 100, the mother going over 120. We're taking your phone calls again at 257-5396.
Now, what would change that is if maybe the father hit the mother beforehand and caused the crash. If the 2 cars collided in some capacity, and if
he was drunk,
and if that was intentional, or if he was highly intoxicated.
I don't know if he was tested,
and we don't know how. And has her BAC come back yet?
No.
Have we gotten that yet? Which I'm surprised by.
It takes a while. You don't get that overnight.
What, BAC? Yeah, you do. You get it immediately.
I don't have that. Oh, you're talking about? I was talking about the blood test.
No,
she was tested.
Yeah. What was her BAC? What was her blood alcohol content?
I don't have that. I don't know what. I'm
sure they gave her a breathalyzer of some sort.
She admitted that she was drinking. All right, let's take some phone calls on this. 257-5396. What do you think should happen? Should the father be held to the highest account as the mother is? Your thoughts on that? 257-5396. Let's start off with Shane. Shane, what's going on? What's on your mind?
Hey, what's up, Shane?
What I have to say is that I don't think the father should be held to the same extent as the mother because he's not the one who had the baby in the car with him.
Right.
That was the mother. I still think he should be in a lot of trouble, though.
Well, what do you think would be a fair, if you're the judge right now, and you're the judge and jury here, Shane, what do you think the mother should get, and what do you think the father should get here?
I'll start off with the father. I think the father should lose his license for at least 5 years, and I think the mother should never be allowed to drive again because, driving is a privilege. It's not a right, and she clearly abused the privilege.
Shane, any jail time for either of them?
For the father, I'd say maybe like a year or something like that. But then for the mother, I'd say at least 30 years in prison.
I agree. Shane, I agree with everything you said. And I like what you're talking about with the driver's license stuff, Shane, and I appreciate the call. And you make a good point there. Certainly the mother can never drive again. 30 years, she's not going to get 30 years. She might get 5 to 10.
I have a feeling that the father goaded the mother into the race. I have a feeling he's got a bit of a record, so this could be strike number 3 or 4 for him. So he could get an extensive amount of time because of his previous record. Again, I don't know that for a fact, but I just have a feeling.
Yeah. Number to call 702-257-5396. Let's go to Pete. Pete, you're next on the Vegas Take. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Pete?
Hey, guys. Welcome back, JD.
Hey, thank you.
Listen, I'm not 100% sure, and I told the accountant that. I think the guy bailed out, and I think he's a no-show this morning in court. And I'm just waiting until noon to find out.
Sorry, repeat that again?
Okay. I never heard that the gentleman that was following the woman bailed out. I didn't hear that he bailed out, but if he did...
Yeah.
And he's a no-show in court today, and I'm just waiting. I didn't look it up. I just called you guys.
I didn't know that.
I heard that.
I'm unaware of that. Listen, these are very I'm
but I don't want to
serious.
spread stupid rumors.
Sure,
Well, I don't listen. That's fine. I don't know if it's true or not, so I can't confirm that. Here's what I do know: he was charged for reckless driving involving the death of a juvenile. I'm sure we all could agree that's a very serious charge. Police are saying that he was traveling over 100 miles an hour, clearly racing with his I don't know, girlfriend, wife, the mother of the child. I mean,
accessory to manslaughter.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's got to be.
Is all right.
It's got to be. Put them both in jail. Throw the key away.
I know. I hate to interrupt. You were here. I was here. Remember when the Datsun 280Z girl at 5:30 in the morning?
I do.
And
yes.
The guy was with the leaf blower.
I do. Yeah, I do remember that story.
Was terrible.
Yes, we
got a good day, guys.
All right, have a good one.
Yeah, thanks for calling,
I do
Pete.
remember that story. Listen, we live in a town where it's a 24/7 lifestyle. I don't drink alcohol. A lot of my friends do. Listen, I'm very sensitive when it comes to drunk driving. My grandmother died at the hands of a drunk driver. I have no sympathy for this horrible human being. Both of them are scum of the earth. They're trash. We don't want them in Las Vegas. We don't want them here. Get the hell out of here.
If you have no problem driving, intoxicated at 3 times the speed limit, I'm not saying 3 miles. I'm not even saying 30% over, 45, which is 60 miles an hour. I'm saying literally 200% or 300% times the speed limit. You have no business ever being behind the wheel of a car.
You are scum of the earth. You are selfish, and you have
extremely selfish.
You have a 1-year-old in the back. 702-257-5396. Let's go to Mike. Mike, you are next on the Vegas Take. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Mike?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
So I just got to get caught up on the story a little bit. The gentleman had the 1-year-old in the back, correct?
No. The female did.
The woman did.
The female did.
Correct.
Okay. I'm just trying to get caught up on the story.
Female, hold on. Let me give you a quick rundown, Mike, and stay on the line. Female is driving drunk. She admitted to drinking earlier in the afternoon. The 1-year-old is in the back seat of her car. She's going 120 miles an hour. She's trying to beat her boyfriend or husband home, who's also going over 100 miles an hour. She was arrested immediately, and he was just booked yesterday as well.
Yeah, it sounds to me like they both need jail time. That's easy. That's just easy right there.
Right.
As far as equal jail time, I think the gentleman will get less of a sentence. I think that's fair because he's not the one with the child in the back. Therefore, He's not. He didn't cause the murder. He made some bad decisions.
I agree with you,
for
Mike. I agree with what you're saying, and we're talking, facts and what's probably going to happen here. I agree. I think he might get 6 months to a year. I think she's going to get 5 to 10. But I guess the point I'm trying to say, Mike, is I have no sympathy for either of them. Dumb people like that should never be allowed to procreate, as far as I'm concerned. They
Absolutely
never,
right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, he needs to get max sentence as far as for what he did, driving drunk, driving speeding, street racing, so on and so forth.
Right.
Everything that needs to get tossed at him needs to be tossed at him for sure.
Mike, I agree, Mike. Mike, I see people street racing almost every week. I see it on the streets all the time. Now, that doesn't mean they're drunk, and it doesn't mean they have a 1-year-old in back, but it's so dangerous. I see it all the time.
People of making bad decisions, and people get caught with bad decisions and need to be addressed accordingly with those bad decisions.
And, maybe I'm wrong in saying this. And by the way, Mike, I appreciate the phone call. Maybe I'm wrong in saying this, but it always seems like the cops are never around when you really need them. And listen, I don't mean disrespect. But, you pull somebody over because they have a tail light out, or maybe they're going 6 miles over the speed limit. Every single time I see people racing going 80, 90 miles an hour on a side street on Flamingo or Desert Inn, I never see cops. I see these people driving recklessly all the time. I see people on motorcycles doing the exact same thing. Do you have a death wish? I'm sick of it. 702-257-5396, talking about this couple, this mother, or lack thereof, killed her 1-year-old driving drunk, and now the father has been arrested. Turns out they were street racing.